Brian McDonough here. Social media is one of those things you catch when you do, you miss it when you don't, and that's fine. It's just more information. Plus, things kind of stay out there for a long time, so you never know when something's going to be seen or heard. And what I've been trying to do with my information on COVID is to try to blast that information out there on a repeated basis with similar messages. And if you've seen my reports and videos and audio podcasts, you know what I'm really talking about. And it's kind of like I'm a one-trick pony, and I'm talking about ways to try to prevent getting COVID. I also try to stay apolitical, and as we know, I stay without sponsors purposely to make sure that whatever I say is as pure as it can be from my own heart. Doesn't mean I'm right, but at least I'm trying to give you one perspective that you can listen to. And earlier this week, I talked about Dr. Rochelle Walensky. And I rarely, if ever, talk about people in the political realm, perhaps Dr. Fauci and some others, but really I stay away from it. But Dr. Walensky not only got my attention, but got most of the world's attention when she went off script in a formal presentation and became quite emotional talking about COVID and talking about the deaths and morgues at hospitals and all of those horrible things that we've lived through in the past year. Combine that with the fact today is Doctor's Day, and you have an opportunity to talk to other doctors about what a strange year it has been and how we really aren't celebrating a Doctor's Day. We're just kind of getting through it. And I'm looking at Dr. Walensky's comments a bit differently, not just about her, but about all of us. Yes, she was emotional. Yes, she's getting attacked or praised, and she's dealing with a tough subject. But think about what she's doing. She probably went off script spontaneously. I doubt it was orchestrated. And she probably went off spontaneously because it's the sum total of the emotions, the anxiety, the depression, the seeing people live and die that she has seen for this past year. And so many other doctors and nurses and other people in all areas of society have. She's talking about the things that people who lost loved ones in their family and literally will never have them again at home have to deal with. She's talked about the frustration of seeing those who totally ignore protective measures and those who are over the top. She's seen it all. And she cried. And I think we need to watch what she did as a human being, not as a CDC director, and realize many of us, if not most of us, are going to be facing something just as tough as COVID in the next year, and we have to be prepared. And that is the mental pressure on us. The fact that we have, in many cases, tried to push things down below the surface, and that's never good. So what I'm asking is, if you're someone out there who's watching this, whether you're watching it today or you stumble upon it in 6 months, and you are someone who is dealing with these emotions from COVID, do yourself and your loved ones a favor. Make sure you get them out in the open. Talk about them. And if necessary, talk about them with professional help. Because really what we need to do is understand that this virus has been devastating in many ways, and certainly the lethality of it just can't be underestimated. But what we really may not be understanding or taking into account right now is the toll it's taking on people's psyche and the importance of trying to deal with the mental health issues as well, because ultimately that may be as great as COVID, and it may even take a greater toll.